Chapter 1: The Illusion of Global Food Abundance. For many decades, the modern world believed a grand lie. We were told supply chains were immortal. Supermarkets remained full of exotic fruits. Premium food was always instantly available. To the average consumer, hunger was an outdated problem of the past. It was a crisis for developing nations. But inside private family offices, the perception of stability is different. The absolute elite do not trust the grid. They view food chains as a fragile illusion. Systems vulnerable to geopolitical shocks and sudden climate collapse scenarios. The masses spend on digital portfolios. Billionaires shift capital to physical survival. They invest millions in private infrastructure. This is the birth of caloric sovereignty. True power is not digital wealth. It is absolute control over your next meal. When a crisis destabilizes national borders, paper money becomes completely meaningless. Digital ledger assets become totally useless. In that dark and volatile scenario, the only currency that matters is calories. The elite are not preparing for recession. They are engineering a complete secession. A secession from the human food supply. The dawn of this empire is unfolding. It is hidden deep beneath the earth, far from the reach of the state. Survival is the ultimate luxury asset. Money must buy this biological permanence. They ensure their bloodlines never starve. They create their own independent macrocosm, a dynamic reality untouched by surface panic. This is the hidden cost of absolute isolation. Chapter 2: Subterranean Vertical Farms and High-Tech Biospheres. The mechanical reality is breathtaking. Deep beneath private sovereign islands and heavily guarded mountain estates, the elite are drilling massive caverns. Inside these unmapped deep rock vaults, they construct automated vertical farms. These are not traditional greenhouses. They are not simple luxury hobby farms. They are sealed military-grade biospheres. They operate independent of surface climate. They use advanced hydroponic growth grids, stacked stories high inside the stone, powered by private nuclear reactors or deep geothermal energy sources. Artificial intelligence monitors everything. It scans every botanical root system, adjusting nutrient formulas constantly, down to the exact precise microgram. These facilities operate for generations, without a single ray of natural sunlight. Full-spectrum LED growth lights perfectly replicate the solar spectrum. They filter all incoming external air through nuclear and biological systems. No surface contaminants can enter. No viral pathogens can breach the yields. This is strategic macroeconomic engineering. By owning a self-sustaining calorie factory, the elite eliminate dependence on markets. They completely bypass state logistics. They create an unassailable fortress, a kingdom feeding a dynasty indefinitely. While the world faces hyperinflation and systemic crop failures, the underground empire remains abundant. It is operational infrastructure, funded by absolute capital. Every botanical cycle is pre-programmed by algorithms. Human labor is entirely removed from the equation. The machine sustains the life of the masters. Chapter 3: The Secret Procurement of Heritage Seeds. To sustain these biospheres for decades, the elite need raw biological data. In agriculture, that data is seeds. For the past decade, behind closed doors, a quiet and aggressive acid grab occurred. Sovereign wealth funds buy heritage seeds. Billionaires bypass commercial GMO seeds. Those corporate seeds are designed to fail. They fail after a single harvesting generation. They require continuous purchases of chemicals. The 0.1% understand this trap, the algorithmic trap of corporate monopoly. Instead, they procure ancient seed strains, non-hybrid heirloom varieties from the planet, resilient strains capable of reproducing forever. They store these priceless genetic assets in private deep rock seismic vaults. These vaults mimic Svalbard in Norway, but they are entirely private installations, hidden from international public mapping systems. They are reinforced against nuclear blasts and catastrophic tectonic shifts or floods. This is the long-term monopoly on life. Elite families understand historical truth. He who controls the seed controls the survival of the species. By hoarding the pure genetic blueprints, they ensure descendants can rebuild society. It is a multi-generational hedge against total biological wipeout, an asset class that cannot be taxed. It cannot be inflated or seized by decrees. The blueprint of life is locked away inside armored capitalistic tombs. They hold the monopoly on future rebirth. Nature itself is locked behind titanium gates. The ultimate property right is now biological. Chapter 4: Bypassing State Rationing and Border Halts. The true value emerges during friction. During severe geopolitical crises, nation-states behave predictably. Governments instantly declare martial law. They freeze all domestic trade networks. They seize private food production facilities. They mandate strict rationing networks. Military forces secure major food hubs. In that volatile environment, traditional wealth becomes a primary target. If a billionaire relies on public logistics, they can be easily starved into submission. Digital balances cannot protect them, not from raw state emergency powers. Therefore, seed fortresses are engineered. They bypass the nation-state completely. They require zero external inputs, zero public water and zero state power. They are invisible to monitoring software. An elite family inside their bunker maintains a nutrient-rich organic diet, while the surrounding city faces chaos. People wait in government food lines. Independent infrastructure castrates state power. When a government cannot control food, it loses ultimate leverage over autonomy. It loses control over capital mobility. Caloric sovereignty is the ultimate shield, a shield against asset confiscation laws. Absolute capital remains entirely unbothered by terrestrial politics and riots, sailing through humanitarian storms, without any physical friction or permission. No administrative rubber stamp needed. They exist outside the legislative matrix. The state becomes completely irrelevant to them. Their sovereignty is absolute and physical. Chapter 5: The Caloric Neo-Feudal Divide. This permanent migration reveals a fracture. The fracturing of human survival. Survival along strict economic lines. We are rapidly entering a new era. Hyper-technological caloric neo-feudalism. On the ground, the masses depend on grids, subject to artificial food shortages and synthetic low-grade rations. They trade liberties for daily calories. Meanwhile, deep beneath the earth, the sovereign elite continuously thrive. Automated biospheres produce abundance, unpolluted and nutrient-rich harvests. They exist in a parallel world, a world of absolute biological security, insulated from ecological debts and the decay of human civilization. This reorganization changes everything. When private individuals own life itself, the social contract is permanently erased. Investment in seed fortresses is not paranoia. It is the definitive act of secession. Physical and biological secession. They have secured the foundational fuel, the non-negotiable fuel of existence. Food is no longer a human right. It is an immortal asset class, an exclusive class for the hyper-elite. Is this isolated survival the peak of liberty, or a terrifying dystopian descent? A world where gravity punishes the poor. The ultimate divide is no longer financial. The ultimate divide is purely biological. The rich evolve while the masses fade. Tell us your thoughts below. Thank you for watching this investigation. Subscribe to future Prism Lab for the hidden mechanics of wealth. Turn on all notifications for strategic updates.